How's it going? I'm Hannah and I'm going to teach you how to do a review game after a lesson. I love review games if your lesson was exciting or not. A review game is your chance of redemption and also to just gauge what the kids learned for that lesson to see if you maybe need to re-explain things or just move on as planned. So the different review games I want to teach you today, the first one is Zonk. The second one is Spaghetti Box. And the third one, if you don't want to do Spaghetti Box or make your own game type thing, you can buy the Real Big Catch game to emphasize your students' learning. So let's get into it, shall we, with the game Zonk. Now, for all three of these games, there's a general flow you want to do. You want to, first, of course, teach. Secondly, when you're going to say, all right, let's play a review game. And you will split the room up into two teams. Doesn't matter as long as it's fairly even, two teams. After you make those two teams, you will start asking your review questions. You'll ask a question to one team. If correct, they can continue on with a point method. And so we're going to utilize the Spaghetti Box, Zonk, or Real Big Catch as our point method. And let's begin with that. So don't forget, that's the flow. Lesson, you go into the review game, two teams, and then the game begins. And that's why I'm here today. I'm going to show you how to make a game out of reviewing any lesson. And I'm going to do that with you using basically trash items you might have around your house, or recyclable if you're the sustainable type. So how do you turn something like this into the best awesome game, review game for your lesson that you could have ever done in your life? Well, two ways. You can use my template called Zonk, available for free in the link in the description below. And I'm also going to show you how to turn this into a Zonk box, if you will. Now, keep in mind, take any box that you have. It doesn't have to be this. It could be a tissue box, which works really, really well because the kids can put their hand in there to grab the points. But yeah, just take something that you have, any kind of box, cereal box, you name it, just grab it. So grab your items, come with me, open up the link, let's go print our template. Now, I want you to go on to my website that I have for all my kids' church items. It's called TIK Kids Church. It stands for This I Know Kids Church, because I want every kid to know that God loves them. And I want you to find that link in the description below, open up the Zonk product, download it. Don't worry, I'm not going to charge you. I'm not going to spam you. It's just your email in return for this free product. I want you to open up your Zonk points template. You can make this with flashcards, index cards. You don't need my template. It just helps, fam. So I want you to print it out. And after we print it out, we're going to cut it out and we're going to shove these items into our box of choice. Now, I got these things printed out. Now it's time to cut them. All right, now I've cut all my pieces here. The reason why these look so ridiculously big with the space all around it is because, let's be honest here, we're gonna have some students who are cheaters trying to make sure they can't see a Zonk. So I want you to take these, I want you to fold it into threes. Try to cover up the number as much as you can because, you know, kids, they're loved, but they're not always trusted. So once you have all of these folded up, you can put it inside your Zonk box. Mine's a tissue box. That's how I fold mine so that I don't have any cheaters in the land. So I take it, fold it over a third. I just eyeball it. Same spot, fold it over again, a third. Then I come to the opposite, because see, I can't see it through here, but I can see it through here, and we're gonna have cheaters here. So you gotta fold it a third again, and then fold it a third again. Now you cannot see it anywhere. Ha ha ha. Scary to be a little kid in my class. All right, currently I have 11 point cards and 1 Zonk paper. Now I'm gonna put this in there, I'm gonna mix it all up. And this is how you set up the game Zonk. Now, here's how to play. You will split the team, all the kids up, team, whoever it is, adults, whatever. split all the people up into 2 different groups. After you have your 2 different groups, you can ask one group a question relating to that day's lesson. If correct, they have a chance to send somebody up here to pull some Zonk points. They'll pull it out one at a time. 100 is what I got here. Woo! Do you want to keep going, team, or do you want to stop? They have the option to keep going to collect as many points as they want. If they want to stop at 1, that's fine. Oh, but this team decided to keep on going. Another 100, 200 points. They have 200. So team, do you want to keep going or do you want to stop? If they stop, these points go into their bank and their points are safe. Now, the next team has a chance to go and to earn points as well. But you might be wondering, what if they pull out a Zonk? If they pull out a Zonk, whether it's the first draw is a Zonk, or maybe the second draw after points is a Zonk, or the third, fourth, whatever, they can go as long as they want. Once they get a Zonk, all the points they just pulled out are discarded. But once the points are in their bank, they can't be touched. So if the team already has 300 points in a bank and the next turn they get a Zonk, then they still have the 300 points. They just don't get any new points from this next round. And for this game, you keep on going as time allows, or you wait until after you're done with all your questions and finalize. And the team with the most points in their bank wins. That is for you as a teacher, how you set up a game of Zonk and how you play the game Zonk. Now, say your kids, if you have students that are like mine, it's easier to just show a video than it is to explain this. So because of that, head to the link in the description down below where I explain how to play the game Zonk through video. Now for my next review game, which is a great one, it is called the Spaghetti Box Game. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like, but first let's make a spaghetti box and then you will learn how to play spaghetti box. Now, if you are a lazy person like me and would rather save time and spend a little bit of money, I recommend buying this game over here. Real big catch. I purchased this from Barnes & Noble. You can buy it on Amazon. This game is great. Essentially what it is similar to Zonk. You teach your lesson. You split the room up into 2 teams. You ask one team a review question. If the answer's correct, they can come up and fish for a fish. They take the fishing pole, they choose a fish. All these fish are different lengths and they get their one fish for that one question. They take it back to their team. Next team goes, asks a question, comes and grabs a fish. The team with the biggest consecutive fish, they can measure them up, or you could say whoever gets the largest wins the game. That is how to do this game, real big catch, as a review game after you've taught a lesson. But that is the one I have for spending. Let's teach you how to make a spaghetti box, which is essentially very similar, except you gotta make it. To make your own spaghetti box for your spaghetti box game, I want you to go through your recycling bin and look for an empty box, or even just get a shoe box that maybe you don't use anymore. I want you to take it, find the lid. So for today's purposes, I think I will use this box because it's a lot thicker than this one. I want you to take this box, poke some small holes through the top, enough to where you can put a shoelace through it or a piece of yarn inside of it without it falling down. Let me show you. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taking this box using a pair of scissors and just pushing a little hole in through the tops. I think personally you'd only need like about 10 holes in the box. Now, if you're like me and you have a random box of craft tchotchkes hanging around, I want you to look for some yarn or string that is not stretchy, which this is stretchy because kids can be cheaters. You need something like yarn or like this twine or jute that can work to where it won't stretch out. Now, the reason why I say not stretchy, because when you measure, all the kids go to measure all their string consecutively, they can try to, fudge the length by pulling it longer. So, I recommend something that won't stretch like this jute. And this kind of resembles spaghetti. So I'm going to use this natural jute. Post-COVID, This was $2.99. Who knows what it is now? Sorry, guys, but Hobby Lobby in 2011 was pretty cheap. So I'm going to use this jute, and I'm going to cut it into 10 different lengths. So after you've cut your string, you're going to want to place it from the inside sticking out, which I need to make this a bit bigger because I know I won't be able to fit it through. And sorry if you're afraid of scissors. Here we go. So you want to have it going, the longest part sticking mostly in the inside of the box. You want it to gently just kind of poke out from the top just a little bit. And it's kind of fun to psych out the kids because they're going to be like, oh, I bet that one's the big one, and it's actually not. So just make it fun. Make it fun. So there we go. So as you can see, here's the inside. I have one really long one and one that's really small right here. Have that in the inside. Keep it closed so that no one can see. Ask your review question. Have your two teams. Have somebody come up from one of the teams if they answer correctly, and then pull out the string. Now make sure, because this is, sorry, my little ghetto box, right? I just made it. Hold it down so that nobody can cheat, and then they can pull it out. Whoa, and they might get one big long string, or they might get a little rinky-dink string. Oops, I forgot there's a knot on this side. My bad. But after the game's done, you've asked all your review questions, or you've ran out of time, have the team place their strings, whether they have 5, 2, whatever, in consecutive order all the way, and measure it up to see which team has the longest consecutive string, and whoever has the longest string wins. And that is how you play the spaghetti box game. But like I said, if you don't want to make a spaghetti box, you can just buy the real big catch game. And this is great too. Still fun, still enjoyable, still a review game that is awesome. Hey, I really hope this video has helped. If you're a kids church leader, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you're just a really fun teacher and think that I'm wild and want to learn more of my tricks for the classroom, feel free to subscribe as well. Thank you so much. Get on out there, keep being an awesome teacher. Bye.